are watching Where Are They Now with your host, Dianne Hart. Now here's Dianne.
Good evening. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing your singer, songwriter, bass player, keyboardist, drummer, Memphis Jackson. What a bad man you are. How are you this evening?
Hey, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, I'm good. So let's just jump right into it. Where are you from?
I'm from Saginaw, Michigan.
What school did you attend?
My high school, I went to Saginaw High.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I did several different colleges, but I got my degree from Ashford University online out of Clinton, Iowa. And my degree is in childhood education. So that's my education background.
So have you taught it all?
Yes, I've been in the school system since '98. It's been a long time.
Sounds like
long time. Yeah. So I've taught kindergarten, preschool, and various after-school programs. I've been a director for several organizations, after-school kid organizations. So my degree and my background is working with young people.
Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about your musical life. You're a singer, songwriter.
Yep.
Have you produced?
I actually wrote the songs, and I've been producing songs since the 80s with a band that I first started with, the BAD band. Sing, write, produce, play music. To this day, that's what I do.
How old were you when you got started?
Probably 5 or 6 years old, singing in church. In high school, I sang with the soul choir, our choir, and I sang with my church choir. But actually recording and producing and doing concerts in my early 20s to this day, that's pretty much the...
So who else in your family sang?
I come from a really large family. I have 6 brothers and 5 sisters. All of us have a little bit of singing in our blood from my father's side. Professionally, no other brother or sister went into the music. We get together and do our family gatherings, do karaoke, and it's a fun time.
So how old do you think you were when you first debuted outside of church? Was it in high school, elementary? You started at 5, somewhere along that.
In middle school, I played trombone for our orchestra and band. We had a little side band together where I played trombone. That's the instrument I thought I was going to be professional at playing. I love playing trombone. One day we were rehearsing, we didn't have a lead singer. And so to rehearse the arrangements of a particular song, I remember the name of the song. It was Mind Blowing Decisions by Heatwave. And I was singing along to get the guys the arrangement. And the drummer of the band told me, he said, man, you should sing. And I thought that was just kind of out there for me because I think I hid behind my instrument. And it wasn't comfortable for me singing at that time, being out front. But that was the start of me singing when one of the musicians in the band heard me singing and they said, wow, man, you should sing, So that was it. And then I started singing and I saw that the girls liked the singer. Of course, that was all it took. But it wasn't until I saw Teddy Pendergrass live that I knew I said, that's what I want to do. I actually went home and told my mother after I saw the concert. I told my mother, I said, that's what I want to do for the rest of my, with my career.
So how do you think you were at that point?
Maybe 11 or 12. And I don't know how I got tickets to see a concert, but I was able to go to that was actually one of my first concerts. My very first concert was B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland. Who else was on that show? Coco Taylor and Albert King. It was a blues show. My dad took me.
Okay.
And I think my dad knew at that young age that music was my thing because out of all my brothers and sisters, like I told you, I had 6 brothers and 5 sisters. He took me. That was a great concert as well, but it wasn't until I saw Teddy Pendergrass and the effect that he had on those women. I was like, wow. And I went home. I told my mom, I said, I think that's what I want to do. I always struggle because I was kind of a geek, find out or know at that young age, that's what I want to do was spectacular to my mother. Is that she thought like, wow, okay.
You already know what you want to do. So let me ask you this. Who were some of the people who influenced you other than Teddy? Because you told me Teddy did, but I'm sure there was lots of other people that you admired.
The thing about the Teddy concert, he wasn't like an influence. It was something about seeing him live. But influences, I was in terms of voices. I love Sam Cooke as a kid, and I loved Al Green because I was kind of an old kind of soul kid. Benny King, I love doing, but my mother used to say I used to sing all the grown folk songs, as they called it. But
right.
but Al Green and Ron Isley, those Philip Bailey from Earth, Wind and Fire, because I'm a tenor voice. And one of the song you play, Just Us Two, you'll see I actually wrote that song thinking in my mind that I was going to have Ron Isley sing it, but so I kind of captured his style when I sang it. But those singers were the ones that Stevie Wonder. I love Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan. So I have a lot of singers who influenced me coming up.
Right.
I used to. In seventh grade, I could sing a mean Shaka Khan. I had that little high voice in the seventh grade. Those and Philip Bailey with his, those tenor singers, first tenor, Eddie Kendricks, and those types of singers were the ones. The stylistics, Russell Tompkins, all those singers were the ones I used to love hearing. Those falsetto singers.
You had a lot of people you really like, and you could sing all of their songs. I'm sure a plus for you.
I could imitate all of those voices at a young age. I think a lot of people were kind of fascinated that I could sing those songs. And remember, I think that was my thing. Memorizing words and lyrics and melodies. So, and being a young kid singing those types of artists, even today, those are still some of my songs that I sing when I perform live,
So when was the first time you got a paying gig that actually paid you to do what you love to do?
Right out of high school, I was in a band called the VAD Band. And it was a local band here in Saginaw. We had some success with a couple songs that we released. One was called Stay a While and One Is You. They did really well locally, and even some regional places. But I was able to do shows. My first concert with that band, we opened up for DeBarge in Lansing. It was Tommy and Bobby from Switch. You remember the group Switch? Mm-hmm. And a couple of the brothers from DeBarge, and they did a thing called the DeBarge Brothers. And we opened up a concert for them. And so that was, I think, my first paying gig. We did a lot of shows where, in terms of pay, it didn't turn out really well for us, but we were just having fun performing, having the young girls screaming at us and we said, wow, you get paid for this? Like, cool. It wasn't that I can remember that concert right there. We actually got paid some money, and that was it. And we opened up for Roger Troutman in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas. So we traveled. We went to Alabama and places in like Florida. And so I had a really great experience working with the VAD band. That was kind of my first working band. We had a song we were promoting, and so it was good.
Right out of high school?
Right out of high school. I probably was 18 or 19 years old.
Wow. You started early and you have continued to be in this space. Well, we're going to take a break and we're going to listen to a song that you wrote, Just Us Two. And then when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about what inspired that song.
Yeah. Can we go out tonight? But if you like, we could just stay home and we could just chill. Let's do what you want to do tonight. Whatever that is. Listen, girl, I know we can go out and do some ballroom dancing. Or we can stay home and take our chances. Girl, I know. Can you tell me why love is so complicated? It feels so good, don't know why we waited. Girl, I know. Now all we need is done very young. I'll call you my shorty to let you know you got it going on. Girl, I know. I don't need a Luther or Mars best thing yet. Girl, I know all we need is some champagne. I'll call you a shorty to let you know you got it going on. Girl, I know I don't need Luther or Marvin Gaye. Just call my name and I'm on my way. Let's go do things that grown folks do. Yeah. Just me and you, no one else. No, 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 just us two. Just us, just us, just us, just us. Just us two. Just us, just us, just us, yeah. Just us. Just us, just us, just us two. Just us, just us, just us, just us. All I need, all I need. Just us, just us, just us, just us. Just us two. Ooh. Just us two.
You are watching Where Are They Now with your host, Dianne Hart. Now here's Dianne.
Welcome back to Where They Now. I'm your host, Dianne Hart, and my special guest this evening is Mr. Memphis Jackson. What a bad jam. What inspired that song?
I write a lot of songs about relationships, and when I think about my relationship with my wife, and so it just reminds me of us just doing something together by ourselves, because we've endured two children, two children and careers. And so, you don't get a chance to really have a lot of time to spend together, just two people, when you go out. And so that was the inspiration for that song, just thinking about when my wife and I were just dating, and, we could go out and hang out by ourselves and we didn't have to really have anybody else. And so that was the inspiration. But the style of singing was inspired by, as I stated earlier, Ron Isley. But the song was inspired.
So do you write for others?
I do. Yes, I do. I've written songs for Frank Graves, a Southern soul artist, or not a Southern soul artist, but he's a soul artist out of California. And even when I was working with the Dramatics, I wrote a couple songs for the Dramatics during that process. Unreleased songs, but songs that I wrote, no doubt. When I write a song, honestly, I think of an artist who I would say, wait, who would sing it? So I'm always thinking of an artist that would sing a song. I try to emulate that sound or that style when I write it or when I sing it in the studio. I demo it, and then sometimes it just become a song that I'm keeping it myself,
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because, getting songs to a certain artist is easier, because I've written songs for a lot of artists. Sometimes they may have 70 songs they may choose for an album. And of course, they'll take a more popular producer or a songwriter if it's a unknown artist like myself or unknown person. But it's all good. I think that just having an artist, like I remember once there was an opportunity, I could have had a B.B. King do one of my songs. But of course, being an unknown songwriter and an unknown artist, they would prefer to pick a song from a more popular artist or producer, which was fine. But just the fact that inquired about one of my songs at a studio listening thing, it's like, wow. So it's just cool being in the mix.
I know that's right. Who have you collaborated with?
A lot of artists, probably known artists, but I've worked with many artists because being in industry as long as I have, I've had an opportunity to work with hip hop artists out of the Flint area, the Dayton family, Top Authority, Left Eye Lopez, before she passed away, who had a group that we were producing when I lived in Atlanta, and, Left Eye from TLC. In terms of artists, R&B artists, I had an opportunity to, write for the Dramatics, the Spinners. I got a vocal credit on the Mighty Clouds of Joy, one of their gospel CDs. It's not a long list, but it's my list.
I know that's right. I'm sure you have performed, though, with many Detroit artists.
In terms of performing live, I credit, like I said, before the Dramatics, before was with the B.E.D. Band, we had an opportunity to work with a lot of artists in terms of doing concerts. And then, of course, with the Dramatics and with the Temptations, I worked with it. I went to Africa with a Temptations review, and I worked with the Detroit Emeralds, and I did a show with those guys in Indiana with the Dynamic Superiors and Enchantment. Of course, the Dramatics I've been on stage with pretty much everyone working with the Dramatics.
Did you and T. Pablo ever collaborate on any music? Y'all played on anything together?
I know him, and we did I did a show at the Aretha Cafe, and there was another, I can't remember the name of this place. I think he had something to do with that as well. This was my band just performing, but we haven't had a chance to really get in the studio and get down, which would be great.
Let me ask you this. Have you participated in Detroit Black Music Awards with Misty Love?
I haven't. Like I said, and I know Misty very well. It'll be an honor to work with her doing that. But it just haven't come to fruition. But I think we will probably get together and do something.
Well, she has Misty Mondays. And so you can certainly go in and make
definitely.
Sure you participate in the Detroit Black Music Awards this year. It'll be coming up in August.
Okay. I definitely will. I think my anniversary is the week of the 17th in August. This past year was the first time that I had booked a show during my anniversary weekend. And I know not to never do that again. So it just depends on when it is in August. I definitely would love to be a part of it,
She does Misty Mondays at High Society every Monday evening. I'm sure she'd love to have you come through. You have any new music coming up?
I actually have it finished. My next project that I'm going to be releasing, I have 8 songs complete. One is a remake of OJ's Stairway to Heaven. I did kind of a little twist with that. But yeah, looking forward to some new 2026 being some new stuff.
And that'll be phenomenal. You have some shows going on in the Detroit area and Michigan area or someplace else where you're going to be performing?
Well, I do. I have a local band that I perform with. And the summer months, busier times for us. And I'm booking right now with my Memphis Jackson. So I just got a call from Chicago to do a show possible in March. I'm looking forward for that if it happens. I'm performing also with a group called Leon Franklin's Dramatic Experience, Dynamic 5, and we do a tribute to the Dramatics. We're always available for work. So I consider myself a singer for hire, so if a person need a vocalist to come in and step in and do something, I'm available if I'm available.
Let me ask you this. What social media platforms can your fans find you on?
Well, I'm on TikTok under Memphis Soulman Jackson. Instagram, everything is Memphis Soulman Jackson. Facebook, and then I use my government name, Lavelle. So I have a Facebook page. That's my family and my friends and my work colleagues, whatever. But anything on the Memphis is Memphis Soulman Jackson TikTok.
That's great. You went to Africa. Have you been any other places outside of the country? I can only imagine what that was like in Africa.
Yeah, man. Africa was awesome. I mean, it was my first time being there, and to go with the Temptations name was awesome too, because around the world they love the Temptations and they love the group that I was there with. It was featuring Bernard Gibson, who performed with Dennis Edwards' Temptation. We went to South Africa. We were in Johannesburg and Cape Town. It was eye-opening, enlightening experience. I've done 2 Soul Train cruises with the Dramatics. My first performance ever with the Dramatics was a Soul Train cruise. That was in Jamaica, Cayman Islands. We did the Soul Train cruise again and a couple years ago, right after COVID, going to different parts of the world and experiencing different people and different cultures and different cuisines. It's really great. Africa was really was blessed. I left here with 4 suitcases. I was going to be there we were going to be there for like 8 weeks, I believe was the goal. Full of clothes. I came back with 2 because I gave away so much stuff. When you get to a place like that and you see that people need things and you have so much, but it was one of those things. I said, man, I just couldn't leave with all of this unnecessary stuff. And people are here they just need just basic things. When we were leaving, I saw a guy walking down the street with a pair of shoes that I had given away. And that was just a great feeling that you can see that someone was using them. And so, it was just an awesome experience,
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take another break and we're going to listen to another song that you wrote, I Got to Have You. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about what inspired that song. So let's go to break and we'll be right back.
Hey, everybody, there's a party going on tonight and we gonna set it off just right. It's been a long time. Step to the west. Let's have a good time. They do the best. Look at that. Girl, I don't care what I gotta do. Girl, what I wanna be is next to you. Girl, I gotta have you. No one else will do. Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but you're looking so good. I just wanna get to know your name. Can I get to know your name, baby? I bet plenty of guys come to you with the same old line. I don't have time for silly games. No. So that's why I'm stepping to you like this. I don't care what I gotta do. Girl, what I wanna be is next to you. Girl, I gotta have you. No one else will do. No. I don't care what I gotta do. Girl, what I wanna be is next to you. Girl, I gotta have you. No one else will do. No. Girl, let's take it slow. If there's some place you wanna go, just say the word and I'll take you there. Yes, I will. Ooh. Girl, I must confess, I don't settle for less. They looking so damn good, looking so damn good in that dress you wear. Oh, I don't care what I gotta do. Girl, what I wanna be is next to you. Girl, I gotta have you. No one else will do. I don't care what I gotta do. Girl, what I wanna be is next to you. Girl, I gotta have you. No one else will do. There's so many things in life that you don't understand, and I just want to make it clear to you that I want to be your man as well as your friend. Can you dig that? Listen, you gotta know I won't let you down. But if you give yourself to me right now, listen, it's gonna be alright, and I know it will. Can you trust me on that, baby? Listen. Oh, I don't care what I gotta do. Girl, what I wanna be is next to you. Girl, I gotta have you.
You are watching Where Are They Now with your host, Dianne Hart. Now here's Dianne.
Welcome back to Where Are They Now? I'm your host, Dianne Hart, and my special guest this evening is Mr. Memphis Jackson.
Hey,
That too is a bad jam. What inspired that song?
I actually wrote that song a while back, and some lyrics that I found when I was when I heard that music. And what I like to do is go through my lyrics and then I'll sing along to see. And I heard that those lyrics fit, but the lyrics came from the character Jerome from Martin. It's kind of one of those songs where, where the guy, just think he's all that. And so that's kind of like what inspired it, where the guy thinks he's all, but then I flipped it around and I made it more of a, not where I was really so confident, because I think that was Jerome. He was really confident in his game, as crazy as he was. But that's where it was inspired from that character. But I turned it into, you meet somebody and you really want to meet them, you really know how to approach them. So that's why I started off with saying, "Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude," because I think when you approach somebody in a nightclub setting, which nowadays, you never know, you might get beat up, but
Yeah,
so, but I think that's where, honestly, that's where the song was inspired from, that character. But I took the lyrics, wrote it about meeting somebody at a club and approaching them and just having a conversation, and hopefully it'll lead somewhere.
How many songs have you written that you've never released?
Hundreds.
You have about 100 or more than 100 in your catalog.
Yes, it's probably thousands of songs, but I know it's a lot. I mean, I couldn't put a number on it, but because there's music that I have that's instrumentals that's incomplete, and then I have lyrics, and then I have some unreleased songs that I've actually demoed. So put it all together, it's a nice number, but
When you are thinking about putting out songs and you're writing lots of songs and you do a demo, what stops you from moving forward on a song?
Wow, great question. So as a person, I don't know about another songwriter, but for me, because I have, I write gospel, R&B. Songs come to me in bunches, really just about timing, finding the right voice to sing it, or finding or completing. Sometimes it's difficult to complete. It could be one of many things that'll keep you from actually doing it, because the music is always kind of evolving and revolving. And so you can write 6 songs tonight, a month from now, they will feel like they're old or obsolete, or, depending on the production you were using at the time. Because I don't think your lyrics ever get old. That's just the way I feel, unless you're talking about dates or a particular event that happened at a certain time. But for the most part, your lyrics stay fresh to you if no one has ever heard of except you. So, but it's your production that can make you not put a song out, because if you wait too long, then it'll feel like this sounds old now. You know what I mean? So, if you don't do it like right away, then if you wait, because if you wait a month, then the music scene changes. And so I try not to follow trends in terms of sounds and production. So I kind of like to come up with my own kind of sounds and production sounds. But any number of things could hold you from releasing it right away.
Have you written any Southern Soul?
Yes, actually, the Gotta Have You is doing well in the Southern Soul market. And my last couple singles were Southern Soul singles. Just Us Two, even though it has a more R&B sound to it, it was released in the Southern Soul market. And it doing really well. They gotta have you. I got over 1 million views on YouTube. That's a great accomplishment for anyone. I think the songs that I released in the Southern Soul market, I've been doing Southern Soul since 2023. My numbers are pretty consistent and steady. So
that's great. $50 billion industry is going to take the country. I mean, it's just blowing up everywhere. It's kind of a mix between R&B and soul music. It's beautiful music. But let me ask you this. What advice would you give to an up-and-coming individual that would like to be in this space or may already be in this space but struggling with what it is they should do?
My advice is just, stay true to you and, follow your dreams, follow your heart. It can be discouraging sometimes. And it can be kind of a lonely existence. You feeling like you are out there. But I think if you just continue to do what you love and work on your skills and your songwriting, it should be true to you. Sometimes, and I did this in my earlier songwriting and production career where I would follow the sound, what was happening on the radio. So if a song was popular, a style was popular, like I went through the New Jack City, the New Jack, whatever, what do they call it? The New Jack swing, went through that trend. That was a trend. Hip hop, everybody was doing kind of the South had a sound. New York the East Coast had a sound. West Coast had a sound. So you get caught up in different sounds, but I think you have to kind of create your own sound. And you have to create your own energy around your music, and you have to just follow your dreams, follow your heart, and you'll be all right.
So true, so true. So what do you think has kept you in this space for so long? Because you've been doing this since you were 5.
This is what I love to do. I don't have any other hobbies. I don't bowl. I don't play pool. This is what I do. Not only just this is just what I love to do. I'm an old school cat, so I love listening to vinyl. And so it inspires me when I hear an old, like a record from back in the day. And then I hear artists today, like October London, who's kind of recapturing the Marvin Gaye sound. Yeah. That's kind of inspiring to hear young artists who listening and getting their influence from older artists and older sound, So you can't help who you sound like. And I'm talking about October London. I'm sure he makes himself sound like Marvin Gaye on certain songs. It's cool to hear him sound like October London, but I really love the rebirth of Marvin, and I'm really into singers with great tone in their voices. And so it is what it is. I just love what I do. And this is what I've been doing since high school. This was a true story. My mother told me that I used to make beats listening to the birds. She said she would hear me listening to bird patterns. And I would make beats while listening to bird patterns. And so she said I always had like a ear for rhythmic things, like sounds, like the tick of the your blinker on the car when you're turning right or left. But anyway, right. So it has a certain pattern to it. And my mother said she would always notice that I could pick up on those patterns and the timings and everything, because everything was kind of a pattern to me. And I was like, okay, I never noticed that, but it was, so that's kind of what made me kind of a geek to a lot of people, because I could pick up on the rhythms, like even at church when the pastor is preaching, there's a certain rhythm to it. And so I was always able to pick up on those rhythms. So I think it's just in my blood, in my system.
It was just a gift, right?
You know what? That's what it is. I think that's what it is. Even in school, singing, my teachers used to always tell me that I had just this natural rhythm that a lot of the other students just couldn't pick up on. But she said I could do it really easily. But as a kid, I didn't know what that meant. I hear certain things a certain way, and they were always rhythmic to me. So.
Wish I had a little bit of that. Can you give me some?
You probably do. You don't probably recognize it.
Well, maybe. Well, I don't recognize it. And I always wanted to sing, but I could never hold a note. So I gave up the singing. I can talk okay, so I have to accept that. We don't all have the same gifts, right?
That's true. That's
So
true, you know.
no, we don't. So tell us something that our listening audience would like to know that nobody really knows about you. Because you've told me a whole lot of stuff that I bet most people had no clue.
Wow. I've had 2 songs
Hmm.
placed in TV sitcom,
Wow.
Family Matters and Sister Sister.
Uh-huh.
I had 2 songs. Yeah, I had 2 songs on those shows, 2 songs apiece. Stevie Wonder asked me to sing. I got chicken and didn't do it.
No.
Yeah, I met him backstage at a concert here in Saginaw, and he said he wanted to meet the band, and we went to meet him, and he said, "Who sings?" And everybody looked at me, and he said, "Let me hear you sing," and I chickened out.
No.
I did not sing, and Stevie Wonder wanted to hear me, and I had a Stevie Wonder song in my head, but it wouldn't come out.
How old were you then?
I was like 19
Okay.
years old.
Okay.
So I
You
was in
had
a
butterflies?
it was kind of intimidating. There were a lot of people around, and I'm not the kind of person. I don't know. I don't sing for applause, and this is what I love to do. So I think when somebody asks you to do something, then there's like an expectation. If you don't meet that expectation, so I try not to put that expectation on myself. So I think that's what it was. That's what I'm convinced. But I said if I ever meet again and he asks me to sing, I'll be ready. But like I said, that was my. A lot of people say, "Man, you missed your chance. You could have been singing with Stevie." But I said, if I had done that and he liked it and he wanted me to work with him or tour with him or whatever, I wouldn't be here now. And the show Where Are They Now? I wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be able to interview you, huh?
That's right. So,
You'll be someplace.
I think things happen for a reason, and I'm actually happy with where I am. So, and I'm in an awesome place.
And that's a wonderful place to be. One other question I'd like to ask you, and that is, what do you think was your most memorable performance?
I would have to say with the Dramatics, my first show with the Dramatics. I was, like I said, it was the Soul Train cruise, and we were done performing. I mean, that whole cruise was memorable. I met so many people that on that concert. Smokey Robinson was one of the artists. But anyway, the most memorable thing that happened to me from performing was after the first performance with the Dramatics, we were doing a meet and greet where we were signing autographs. And someone had a 45 record of one of the Dramatics songs, and they wanted us to sign them, and they came to me first. And I didn't feel like I was a dramatic. I told her, I said, once you get the other signatures, then I think I just didn't want to be the first one to sign it. I don't know why, I just didn't. And the person said to me, and this stuck out in it to this day, they said, this is how they said it, were you just on that stage with the Dramatics? And I said, yes. Then you are a dramatic. Sign my record. Said it just like that. And so,
did you sign it?
I signed it, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so, but for some reason, being the first one, I didn't feel like that was my. I didn't feel like I was there yet, So, and that's just how I felt.
So now are you feeling different about being there if somebody asks you to be the first at anything? You're there, and that's why they're asking you.
Yeah, that's the point she made to me. She said, did you just get off the stage with the Dramatics, singing, performing with the Dramatics? And I said, yes. And then she said, you are a dramatic. And so I signed that record. And you get so many people, they come to you with old posters from the Dramatic concerts from years ago. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't even on the concert. I wasn't even born probably, or if I was born, I was 3 or 2, really young. And so they'll say, sign this poster. This is a concert with James Brown. They did a show at the Apollo, and and they have like these old posters, and they want you to sign them. And I was like, man, I'm not even there. And it's funny too. There are people who come and they swear that they'll come like me and say, I was at their high school in like 60 something. It's like, no, I was 2 years old. I'm sorry. But they so yeah, you came you remember coming to the high school, and they were, they really convinced that you were there. And I was like, no. But so listening to some of the stories and being a part of that history has been great for me. I'm really excited now doing my own thing, but those shows and meeting some of the artists, I can just remember my first time seeing the Stylistics in concert after opening up for the Stylistics as a dramatic. I would be in the audience watching them live, and people are looking at me like, wasn't he? Isn't that one of the, but I'm a fan, and I think that's what people used to like about me when I toured with the Dramatics, because I was a fan of all the other artists, and I wanted to get autographs and pictures because I was a fan. Like this is Brian Isley, this is Lionel Richie. I mean, we did a show with Diana Ross, and I wanted to, that's Diana Ross. And,
so did you take lots of pictures with all of the people that you met?
I tried to get as many pictures as I could. My most memorable photo is the one with Smokey Robinson in the Miami airport. The story behind it is, we did a concert. This was the Soul Train cruise again, the first one. And I don't know if you've ever been on one of those cruises, but they have all kind of performances going on at the same time. So we were performing at the same time Smokey Robinson was performing. And on the big screen in back of him, they had us. And on the big screen in back of us, they had him. And so he got a chance, his audience, they would see him sing, of course, live, but they would see us on the screen. So it's kind of distracting, I guess, if you
can be.
But that's the way it was, because they knew there were some people that wanted to see both groups and couldn't at the same time. So this was their way. But anyway, I saw Smokey Robinson at the airport from a distance, and he was walking towards me, and I felt like I was in his path, and I kept trying to move out of the way, but I seen him kept kind of maneuvering towards me, and I was like, oh wow, like he's coming toward me. And he was, and he came and he said, oh man, I'm sorry I missed your show. We were performing at the same time. Now he was apologizing to me. and I was like, wow. Then he told stories about him and Ron Banks from the Dramatics, Marvin Gaye and David Ruffin. He said, man, we used to run Detroit. It wouldn't be no thing, man. Me, Ron, and David Ruffin, we'll get in the car and say, hey, man, let's go get Marvin. So he's telling me these stories, and I'm looking into these green eyes, and at one point he was sounding like Charlie Brown teacher. That's all because I'm thinking like, wow, this is. Just so happened, a lady came, and she said, "Oh, Smokey, can I take a picture?" And he said yes, and he fixed himself up. And I stepped out the way. He said, no, man, get in the picture. And then he said, lady, you know who this is? He said, this is one of the Dramatics. And she said, oh my gosh, what is it? She screamed. And so
that's awesome.
That's my Smokey story. And I tracked the lady down and asked her if she could send me the picture to my phone. And she did. And so I haven't actually had it hanging on my wall. But I took a lot of my pictures down. But that was I had an awesome time meeting. Smokey was one of my favorites too. So
you sound like you have had a phenomenal time with all of the entertainers that you've met. And I tell you, it's been amazing for me because I have met, I actually went out to Vegas to see Leon in those, and in a tribute to the Dramatics. And we went someplace else. You were in Vegas?
Yes.
I Misty.
I was trying not to mention Leon's name, but since you brought him up.
Yeah, Leon and I, hey, we're cool. We were in Vegas, Thomas and I and Misty, we all went out to Vegas just for their concert. And that is crazy.
I was there. I know.
Small world, isn't it?
It's a small world. Yes, I was on that stage with Leon.
Well, I'll be darned.
Yes.
Yes, we were there. Yeah, awesome. we were there, sitting right in the middle with, what's her name? Gosh, Athena. Anthona McNeil. Anthona. Yeah, we were all, in fact, we spent some time over at her house with her while we were out in Vegas, because she and Missy are very close. So,
when I first that's funny. Yeah, well, I was on that stage with them with that white on. Yes, that was me. That
is funny. But yeah, we did. We flew out there. Thomas and I flew from Florida, and Misty, we met her out in Vegas, and then Leon, and y'all came in at nighttime, and we hung out for a little bit.
My position on stage right next to Leon.
Well, I'll be darned. This is a small world.
Yes.
Small world. Wow. Time has really gone by fast. Well, I just want to thank you for allowing me this opportunity to interview you. It has been awesome. I am on Wednesday nights on the opening statement on Roku on the Lit TV network right here out of Florida. I do a lot of interviewing of politicians and talk about what's going on around the world, but I also put you all shows up on my Roku show. Awesome. That's every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on the opening statement. You can also catch me on Where They Now every Thursday night at 7:30 on Detroit Hot Television on Facebook. Don't forget to go to my YouTube, that's Dianne Hart, like and subscribe and hit the bell so every time I put up a new video, you'll get an opportunity to see it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. What you want to do with it? If I give it to you, what you gonna do? I'm that kind of lady, you're that kind of man. Touching me on the floor, caress me with your hand. Ain't nobody tonight gonna do me right like you. Yes, I'm with you, baby, let's see what it does. As I move my body from left to right. Boy, you got that swag on, you're looking out of sight. You smelling sexy with that good cologne. Keep on dancing on me, baby, you really turn me on. You can do what you gotta do. So while you tripping, I can see you tripping, baby. You can do what you gotta do. So while you tripping, I can see you illin', baby. As we leave the club, you know it's time to go back to your crib, babe. Hurry up and slam that door. The clock is ticking like 1, 2, and 3. Can't you feel this heat, babe, jumping right off of me? You said you ain't never felt no one like this. As you grab my head, we hug and kiss. I said I'm yours today, and I'm sexy brown. When you come for me, boy, you know how it goes down. You can do what you gotta do. So while you're tripping, I can see you tripping, baby. You can do what you gotta do. So while you're tripping, I can see you illin', baby. You can hug me from the front, you can hug me from the back. Make me grab my head, babe, I'm gonna have a heart attack. You can squeeze me from the right, you can squeeze me from the left. Make me grab my legs, babe, I'm running out of breath. You can hold me from the front, you can hold me from the back.
Make me grab my legs, babe. I want it just like that. You can kiss me on the right, you can kiss me on the left. Make me grab my legs, baby. I'm running out of breath. You can do what you gotta do. So why you tripping? I can see you tripping, baby. You can do what you need to do. So why you illin'? I can see you illin', baby. You can do what you gotta do, baby. You can do what you need to do. So why you
Detroit Hot Television on the cutting edge of urban internet TV.
Hi, this is Dianne Hart. Be sure to catch my shows as we interview politicians and special guests on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on The Opening Statement, the Lit TV network on Roku. Also, watch Where Are They Now as I interview entertainers of yesterday and today at 7:30 p.m. Detroit Hot TV on Facebook. Thank you.
It's a new day for Detroit radio. It's internet radio. Make sure you're streaming in your car. Detroit's digital radio station for a new generation. DetroitHotRadio.com. Terrestrial radio can't do what we do because we are setting a new standard in Detroit. The best Detroit artists are here, along with all your national favorites. The most music 24/7 by all your local favorites, like Anita Baker, Michael Henderson, Kim,
So how did you find your way back in
and the Dramatics. If they're from Detroit, they're heard here. This is where Detroit turns for R&B from yesterday and today.
24 karat magic in the air.
Detroit Hot Radio.